chickens.
Yeah, I think I turned the volume down. I don't. Chickens. Never mind. Well, I'll just turn it up again. Because I usually put the volume all the way up when I'm starting a video.
I mean, I just said chickens, so we could restart it.
We could redo it, or I'm just going to maybe add this to it. Right. So we might
try volume.
Or may
pause.
Not pause. Well, if I pause it, then I can't turn it off.
You can turn the volume up right now.
I don't think so. Sorry about my hand.
Up.
It was all the way up.
All right.
So if I didn't add the other part onto this, I thought the volume was down, and then try to turn it back. I think you should
add them together.
If I remember, I'll just insert that beforehand.
Chickens.
So hopefully you already saw it. If not, if you didn't see it, that's what it was. So chickens.
Sorry, we're having a day.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
and my hair. I'm trying to get the bangs to. I know this looks like I don't know what to do with it. I mean, I like
You're just not used to it. It looks good, just like that. Like that looks good. You've had bangs like this and straight hair that's been light colored
for a lot of years,
for a very, very
decades.
long time.
But prior to that, I didn't have bangs, and I used to do my hair like this. Because used to pick on me because they used to go like whoop like this, and then I think.
I mean, it didn't matter what your hair was doing. I was going to pick on you. So.
Well, it's as I'm saying. Were you legitimate? Did the legitimate look bad?
Now I'm an adult. I would tell you.
Let me know. Bad. Does this look stupid? Do I look like I'm going bald?
No.
And I'm okay with a constructive criticism. If you say, nah, I like your regular bangs like I usually do.
Yeah, some
like
people
that,
might like
you know, is that, should I stick with the bangs?
I think you should.
It has nothing to do with chickens.
Some chickens, am I right?
I don't want to scare the chickens. I want the chickens to say, "Oh, she looks
good with like my hair." What do you think chickens would think of my hair?
Yeah. What do you think that the chickens would think? You think the chickens would eat their food better if I have bangs?
We might have to make this one for everybody after we share it.
Yeah.
But I think that you should grow that out.
Yeah,
and then just take
wisps,
tiny little wispies.
That's where I'm. That's what I'm thinking. Because to be completely honest, since we're not talking about chickens, we're talking about my hair. To be honest, when I was asking Mars for this transformation, what happens is when I'm pulling my bangs forward and I put them in a curler, as you've seen in some of my videos, I just have the curler in my hair. I keep pulling more hairs and just cutting them. So my bangs have gotten thicker.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd like to have some of that hair be a part of what's left of the rest of my hair.
Yeah, I would just
keep
that's pulling it back, let it grow out.
I'm going to try to
and when they get a little bit more length,
like
do some wispies.
I know I'm looking at myself and not you guys, but like if I get this part of the bang to be part of my hair and then just have little whiskers.
Yeah.
Right?
That's how it all began.
Sensational.
So
anyway,
what do you think the chickens would think of her hair?
Yeah. Yes.
So we were contemplating getting chicken. We're going to talk about about the pros and cons of chickens.
Yes.
And then we're like, we said we would start having members only videos that were just like when we're in the living room talking. So here we are.
And this is what we were talking about when we were talking about it. So
then
So we started filming and we started talking about it. Okay.
You thought the volume was down.
I thought the volume was too low, so you wouldn't be able to hear us talking about it. But anyway, no. All right. So where the chickens comes out is what does come first, the chicken or the egg? First of all, if you have the answer to that question, please answer that for me. But decades ago, when I first moved here, the man that lives in my place, was going to get me chickens. Our intention of moving there and getting 17 acres of land, yada, yada, yada,
chickens
out in the country, was going to be a small hobby farm that we kind of helped subsidize our I'm trying to be serious. I know it's hard. Trying to, subsidize the cost of whatever. All right. So that
have to be serious. That's
was the first intention of buying. And he salmon fishes. That's why we bought the property to start with, if you didn't know that.
Yes.
We didn't know Adam here. We didn't know anything about this area. It was an area that has a lot of salmon fishing available. And we bought a house sight unseen over the internet. Hence why we're here. That's how that happened. And we have gone salmon fishing quite a bit. I've done so. The arthritis, it's a little bit harder now, but blah, blah, blah. So the hobby farm never happened because was, oh, yeah, no, and then nothing happened. So for my birthday, just a couple days ago, last weekend, at the time of this filming, the man that lives in this place said, hey, let's go to Tractor Supply. I'm going to buy you a chicken coop. And I'm like, well, that came out of nowhere. And so now we're here. The chicken coop that he's talking about would house 6 chickens. Mm-hmm. It has, it's not on the ground. It has legs. So I'm trying to do anything that I don't have to bend over or be on my knees. I'm at that age. And it's small. So there's only 6 chickens or less. And then it has a little steps that go down. And then there's a caged area all around the coop to enclose them. I also have, I think it's 8x10 or 6x10, 6-foot dog cage mm-hmm. with the door. So being that we live in the woods, I could put the coop inside of that, and that would be an added protection, and then put 12-inch mesh around the perimeter on the ground flat where the fence would lay on to eliminate any like raccoons or fox digging to get into the chickens. All right. Just wanted to set that up for you. And we would also put it in the front of our house, which we live on there's 3 houses on our street. So it's not like we get a lot of traffic. Yeah. A chicken coop in the front yard sounds dumb. It's fine. And because of the downwind and the smell of the potential smell of chickens.
There's a lot of front yard chicken coops around here.
Yeah, we're in the country, so it's not a big thing.
You want.
And I could just go out the front door, take care of the chickens, tend to the chickens. It also would be closer to where I think there's a water sprocket out there that I could use for a hose to hose things down, to water them. And I'm also, we have a front porch. We're taking that down, and he's going to put raised beds so I could have a garden in the front because it gets a lot of sun there. That's the setup.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's talk about the pros and cons to owning chickens. And I think the coop was, let's throw the ballpark out at $500 for the coop. Probably $500 for the coop, and the chickens don't cost much. You can buy 6 chickens at Tractor Supply in the spring.
Initial setup, not expensive.
Yeah. And then, of course, we live in a zone 5, but it's really, I usually buy plants that are zone 4 hardy because we do get some brutally cold days, though it's not consistently cold to a zone 4. It gets
cold enough that my car, Passats, are known in cold temperature places where sometimes the passenger door just won't open. I mean, the driver's side door won't open or won't latch. Yeah. So I have to ratchet strap the doors together. And it's just like a thing that just happens. Only that door, for some reason. I don't.
The most dangerous door. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but so that's how cold it gets. So
so that's to consider. Yeah. When I buy plants or what things like that, I try to buy them things that are zone 4.
Then you have the benefit of eggs,
and also just in case you don't understand zones, that if you look at a planting, when you're planting or gardening, there's certain zones, and there's Canada would be like a zone 3. Parts of Canada and Alaska would be like a zone 3. So the lower the number, the colder, the more hardy the plant is to be able to survive. Yeah. A plant
cold. Some plants that live in Mexico aren't going to survive in Canada.
Absolutely not.
They're no. So that's what the zones are. It's the
and just FYI here. When I was back in not about were we talking chickens? I went to one of those big box stores that I won't mention their name, and they had plants, and I used to get plants from there quite a bit. And there was a perennial that comes out every year, outdoor plant, that they were selling in my local place.
I forgot about this.
And I'm reading it on your plants when you get them. It'll tell you what zone they are, and it's a zone 7, which is Florida, Miami,
Hot.
And I said to the kid, I was like, hey dude, said, hey dude, question, here's a outdoor perennial plant that you're selling in Western New York, and it's saying it's a zone 7. And he goes, well, some people just buy it for the season. it was one of those things that it took a couple years for it to grow into its luster, which was the wrong answer. Wrong answer. But so anyway, if you didn't know this and you're looking to buy plants, check
your
the zone. Find out what zone you are. Check your zone when you're buying your plants. All
remember
right.
the Discovery
Back
Zone?
to the chicken. Oh my gosh, the Discovery Zone. Oh, remember that
time
Chuck E. Cheese? Was that Chuck E. Cheese?
No, that was Discovery Zone.
Oh my god, I had a concussion.
Your hair got
I got my hair caught in these roller things where you
just
hold
got
and you
beat
slide down. Well, it was a kid thing, and I was in there, and I shouldn't have been there. But oh my gosh! And then we were swinging from the knees, and I clipped the underneath my nose and fell into the balls. And this guy had a little kid he was watching. He just like put the kid up and he was cracking up.
Yeah, because she was swinging, put her knees
up and swing.
My aunt had done it right beforehand. So then you go and do it, and you're a little taller.
Just clipped.
And her head just hits the step.
Clipped.
And her knees just like slowly slide off.
Concussion.
And this dude's holding his child and trying so hard not to laugh. I was watching from the other side. I remember this like vividly. You could have definitely gotten hurt.
Yeah. Literally
he just picks up his kid, and you could just see his shoulders kind of bouncing behind his child.
I didn't notice because I was in the balls, passed out.
But yeah, that's.
But then there was this, like you held on
the zip line,
and they had the zip line thing, and my hair got caught, so it ripped my hair out of my head. Like, I'm not going back there.
Day.
Yeah, that was a horrible day, but it was funny.
Days like that for you is probably why it doesn't exist anymore. I mean, we just left. Like, you did it to yourself.
My bad. I shouldn't be in there playing around in a kid's area, but I wanted to do that. But
a Discovery Zone full of chickens?
Yeah, it was Discovery Zone. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We just started talking about zones. So
no. Well, that's how our brains just kind of go on the side road. But anyway, back to chickens. If you popped onto this video just to hear about chickens, you probably already left. But if you did, we apologize. But this is our shenanigans.
This is us.
But yeah. So the pros and cons about it. All right. The price of things are going up. We all know this. There's a few other things that are going on in the world right now or in our area, the country, that we won't mention. But, things to be concerned about that have to do with birds. And this is why I'm more so leaning to it. Because if I have 3 to 6 chickens, we would have enough eggs for us. For my family, hers, and other people. We probably had more than enough, I'm assuming, of eggs. Of course, in the summer. In the winter, not so much. But then you could pickle them.
I forgot to look that up. There's some mix. I remember reading about this a long time ago.
So
it's like... I was reading it in like a pretty like well-known gardening like homesteading magazine. So I would assume it would be accurate. And it's like vinegar and baking soda maybe, but there's some liquid mixture you can put eggs in. If you wanted to if you don't wash your eggs, they last longer. But if you wanted to wash them, you can put them in that, and they last a really long time.
But that's an idea because like Craig does dehydrate food. He does a lot of prepping kind of stuff with the food. So just. If you do get an abundance of, and I love pickled eggs, and I think pickled eggs, you could have them for like a long time. So,
or like, I like the soft boiled ones that Craig does for when we're doing like faux noodles and stuff with like hoisin sauce and like black bean.
Oh my God. I had black bean sauce the other day. Oh my God. It's so good. So good.
Real quick. If anyone doesn't know this, if you have an egg and you're not sure if it's good to eat, put it in water. If it stays enough water where it has room to float or stay sunk, if it stays on the bottom, laying flat, perfectly fine. If it's on the bottom, standing upright, still good, but you need to eat it soon. If it's floating, it's bad. That's just a way to know if you're.
And that's not alleged. That's true fact. That we could say with confidence. So basically, I'm just debating the chickens.
Yeah. So and part of it was we can. You have the eggs, then potentially I can grow some food for them. Right. So the feed would hopefully not be as much.
Yeah, we can grow whatever to help pay for the feeding of them. So this is where it's at is it worth, if you guys have chickens and you know much about it, what's your experience with them?
Yeah.
The only thing is that it does get brutally cold and
then maybe predators
here,
it would attract.
Yeah, that's another issue, big issue. But also the bitter cold winters. I know that they're hardy. I know the birds are out all year. I feed the birds all year regardless. I just throw food off the porch. Maybe I could put the chicken coop on the back porch during the winter months. All right, here's just a thought. Maybe I have a back, like 16 by 16 back porch.
Yeah, it's decent size.
I'm just thinking now, if I put the chicken coop on the back porch, it would be closer for me to be able to take care of it. It would be more protected because it, as far as predators, I'm not saying about winter.
Yeah.
Cleaning it would be easier because I'd be right there.
It can be smelly though, but I mean, I'm assuming you keep it pretty clean.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be that bad in the winter. It's really the summer that it stinks. And my sister was saying that she has some chickens, and she was saying that it's not the chicken excrements that are so bad. It's more when the feed gets wet. I think that's what that smell. So I'm just thinking that.
So feel free to tell us anything you know about chickens. If you don't know about anything about chickens or care about them, I hope you enjoyed the wild ride of this.
Yeah, I know. Well, like I said, we said we were going to do this for you. So we have this for our the cat colony to go up for the cat colony and
rainbow ravens.
Yeah, and
your cats and birds now.
Yeah.
Cats and birds.
But
I'm sorry, I keep looking. So where I sit. The two most amusing things in my kitchen I can say. I forgot to switch my calendar, so you get to see your birthday dog pooping. She had me dogs pooping calendar.
Yes.
I'm into having a wall calendar. It's something I've always had. I always get. I just had the Golden Girls one at work. I have a boring one at work now because I bought it too late and there was nothing at Walmart. And I wasn't going to order one just for there. But I had Golden Girls there last year. We had the cryptids this year. But so we get to see what your birthday one is.
Yeah.
And also my begonia.
Oh my gosh.
I'll have to do a video of just the plant. There is a flower coming off of it that's probably like this. I can see it from all the way over here.
She's showing you how far in her hand, but she's not in camera. I just wanted to point it out.
It was this big.
It was this big. She's like, it's, like you can, she can't. It's off camera. They're on the other side of the phone. They're not in the.
See, that's my thing.
It's like you're in the room,
exactly.
But yeah.
So my plant's big.
It's a big plant.
There's chickens,
and there's chickens.
And we're really curious
if
the chickens will like your hair.
Yeah, but do I get chickens? Because we do get coyotes in the fox. I worry about that. I mean, I could protect them to some degree, but then of course bear. But the coyote thing that the man brought up last night, that kind of puts a little cog in the wheel because
that definitely.
Then my cats, they're indoor-outdoor cats. The two that are left, you know what I'm saying? So you
don't want something that can't get to the chickens, being like, well, what else can I get around here?
Yeah.
So I got to rethink about it.
Yeah.
Our conversation from yesterday about chickens till when she came and brought that up.
Yeah.
Today, she came over. We did one video for everybody, and then we're like, let's just. Yeah, that's what we were saying. Yeah, we're just going to start talking about chickens. I was like, let's film.
And I'm going to pick the scab off. I burnt my fingers on pulling the top
did not consider that yesterday.
Yeah, so the coyotes is a big, issue because then we do get them, the coyotes and the wolves. We do have them around, and the bear.
Yeah.
Bear's going to happen. Bear don't bother the cats. But the coyotes.
Have you seen the videos where like the cats run at a bear and it just
I love
runs
it.
away?
Yeah, that one where the cat runs out the bush and the bear was there and the bear just like takes running like crazy. Well, you guys, if you haven't seen the video, look at my shorts. That big black bear that keeps coming around in the summer comes around and hangs out every so many weeks. You see him coming through.
Yeah, they have I forget how many miles.
I think 500 miles, allegedly.
Allegedly, that they basically do like a circle.
Yeah.
And if they find food, they'll go back to that food source.
Our neighbor, they come and they come when she puts the garbage out. They gotten into her garbage several times.
Yeah, they had. That's what happened here too. The bear got into their garbage.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. So
our neighbor. I thought you also meant
our
yours.
neighbor. No, that's why they come. That's why
it's
this
funny
guy
because
comes
you said
through.
our neighbor, but in my world, that's my neighbor, not your neighbor. Even
well,
though
it is my neighbor.
Yeah,
my property line goes.
But it's my neighbor. It's on my side of the road.
I don't see
you have
her.
your neighbor on the other side of your house, but that is funny because it is our neighbor.
My property goes all the way up to her neighbor's property. I think it's like 1,600 feet of street that's in between us, but that's
so technically that's our neighbor.
Yeah, it's our neighbor. But so the bear does get into her garbage. And he gets into the
technically your neighbor is the ghost house.
Yeah,
because there's the old house between the two.
Yes.
So this is my neighbor.
Yeah,
your neighbor's with the ghosts.
Yeah, I'm my ghost neighbor.
The more you know.
All right. Anyway, we love you guys. 20 minutes. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
20 minutes of this.
And we didn't even talk about the chickens. Like, what are the pros and cons of getting chickens? Do I do it? Don't I? Is it worth it? You know, with the feed and then all the extra work.
Do you enjoy this? Do you want more of these videos? Is this what you want?
Should I do the bags? I did put chapstick on before this one. The other video, I was like, I don't have chapstick on. Anyway, love you guys. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye for now.